what we've done here in this next segment, which is called Cash or Trash,
I like Humper Dump.
Humper Dump is great too. It's we're not gonna be able to sell that to the advertisers that we don't have yet. We have two iconic collector's cars. Tell us if you would take or leave each of them, and then after, if you had to pick one, which one would you pick? So our first one is the old school Bronco versus the old school Defender.
Can I trash them both?
You can trash them both? Why?
I would trash them both because I think, in my opinion, the G Cabrio is, in that type of genre, type of car, is the better car and the more hip, trendy car for the future.
The G-Wagon?
Yeah, the G.
Those don't exist.
They don't exist. They're hard to find.
Yeah,
but
you can get them in Europe, right?
That's what but there's enough of them around. If you want to get one, you could find them. If you know somebody, again, that's why it's too easy. So everyone in the Hamptons used to drive around in a Defender. And then the Bronco made cool. And they get a Bronco, and now they get a new Bronco. It's it's a Me Too thing. You can't find the G Cabrio electric power top, right?
We got one customer that has one.
Really?
Yes.
I just sold one. I had it for sale for so long, and then I put it on Bring a Trailer, and it did what it was supposed to do. $200,000. And that was G320. The 500s go for $350,000, $450,000. I mean, Kendall Jenner paid $750,000 for one of them. I think it was a final edition, but they can be found. And that's what it comes down to. It's more of an astute collector that understands. So it's not. I mean, they're fun cars for what they are, but no.
If you had to pick either of them, had to.
A 97 Defender.
Yeah. Yep. Color.
Yellow.
Yep. Me too.
All right.
Pure taste. Pure class.
All right. So we have the Mark IV Supra versus the what is that, Mark III RX-7.
This is another aspect
Oh.
of my business. Of course, the Supra. I love the Supra. So after I started getting into SLs, not that I went down a JDM route, these were cars that were in the high school parking lot when I was 18 years old, right? The rich kid had it or an older kid had it, but I bought. So this is also part of my vision with things. I bought 3 Supras for 30, 40, 50 grand with 10,000 miles, 8,000 miles, which then I later sold for double or triple the price, which then that helped grow my business. Everyone says, why'd you sell them? And how you asked me before, the car business, it's business for me. Yeah. So I
Nothing
remember
sentimental about your wife. It's the only thing you won't sell.
Of course.
Yeah. Your kids, questionable.
But
wife keeper.
Yeah. These cars though, I knew they were blue chips, and these are stepping stones to growing my business. So it's a great memory to have. But even the RX-7, I had 5 of them at
really?
one time. Oh my God. I was buying these cars with under 10,000 miles for 30 grand, 20 grand. A white one I had with 12,000 miles was gorgeous. These are awesome cars. When I had a black tan, which by the way was in the bloodline of the SLR, I owned that car. And I remember cars that I sold these for to buy other inventory and how important that was at that time. Supra all day long though.
So cash both?
Yeah, no, you want to hear something funny? Driving wise, the RX-7, you feel more of because it's more of a mid-engine center of gravity. I think that car drives 10 times better than a Supra.
Okay.
The boost and whatever in the Supra I just think there's the whole thing about, Supra. Everybody loves the Supra, the Supra.
Yep.
I was going to drive one cross country, it'd be the RX-7. If I want to look at one and have the good car, the hit car, it's the Supra. I don't know, I kind of would keep them both.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I would trash them both.
Really?
I don't like Japanese cars.
I like the RX-7. All right, this is a really tough one. We got a 918 or the LaFerrari.
Neither.
Trash them both?
Trash them both.
Wow.
But honestly, I would take them both. I would sell them, and I would take the money and buy 20 insane
Porsches.
Older cars.
Which one would you buy to sell, and which one would you buy to have?
Oh, God.
If you had to take one, if they made you.
I gotta have a 918. I mean, I know the LaFerrari's worth more and everything. You can't look at it money-wise, but if I were to drive one, if they were equal, the 918 for sure.
I agree.
I can't. It's gotta be Ferrari for me, even though Porsche's Porsche, but it's gotta be Ferrari.
It's been a tough one for us recently. We've had both in the shop. We had the one on the right. We have the AMG, the Cosworth, or the E30 M3.
I love them both. How do you not love them both? This is my era. This is my world. You
think they're both buys?
Today, absolutely.
Yeah, still.
Any good car you cannot pay too much for, because go find another example of it.
Yeah.
I still think an E30 M3, if you have, high mileage ones are going for mid ones and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you find the right spec one, specifically a red or a white, there's no price. There's not a wrong price. But for long-term investment, I think your 150 can go on other cars that you can make more money. But for the money, that's a lot of car for the money. The Mercedes, unbelievable car.
So sick.
It's so freaking sick. A lot of these cars also, it's hard because it burns because you remember when they were like really cheap.
Free.
Yeah. So like.
You remember how many you walked away from for like $500?
Oh
Yeah.
No
What's the
idea.
worst car you walked away? Like the biggest regret was like $500. You're just being an idiot.
Dude, there's so many cars.